Hi guys, welcome to XCOM 2, sequel obviously to XCOM 1, or well actually it was XCOM Enemy Unknown, and then there was the very popular expansion or DLC for it, Enemy Within. Yeah, this is the sequel, and I absolutely love this game. It's a fantastic game. I have played through it once before. Quite a while ago though, I got it when it first came out, which was some months back, and decided, you know what, I want to play through it again on a slightly harder difficulty, and I thought, why not record it, do a playthrough. So here we are. I'm going to start a new game, and we're going to, well, see the intro cutscene. Here we go.
Excitement continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
In keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate the benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep gatecrasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
It's time the aliens and the rest of the Advent administration learn that we can hit them where it hurts. So we're moving into the city center to strike a high-profile target. Deploy and approach the designated position. Neutralize any hostile contacts and secure the site.
Alright, so here we are. We're on board our little dropship thing that is used throughout the game. And on the left and right you can see our crew kind of leaning back and forward. And I already recognise a few of these guys. So these members of the team are actually from my previous game, barring one. So they're all from my previous game. They're all in part of the character pool that makes up XCOM 2. So you can take characters from one game to the next. So I had a lot of these guys from my previous game. 3 of them definitely I recognise. So let's deploy. We're on a mission. So let's see them jump out. Here we go.
Menace 1-5. We have a fix on the target. Move to place the X4 charges at the designated position.
Alright, so here we are. This is it. We're on the mission. So to explain, hopefully the kind of intro there was kind of self-explanatory, but let's go over it. So this is XCOM 2, obviously, as I said in the intro, and XCOM 1 was a game where you played the commander, basically in charge of a group of soldiers who were trying to... It's a bit like a kind of Men in Black type scenario, I suppose you'd say. Like, the whole point is that humanity doesn't know that there's an alien invasion, but there is, and you know, and it's your kind of job to stop it and prevent the alien invasion. And in the first game, you kind of did. You took on the alien threat, and you won, or you thought you did. What happens essentially is that, as you could kind of see from that little intro there, things aren't all they seem. You can see it's a bit dystopian, a bit nasty. Basically, the aliens have turned up. They've sort of charmed their way in. They haven't invaded fully. They haven't invaded in a military way. They've sort of surreptitiously made their way onto Earth by with a charm offensive, and they're kind of, I don't know, like lying their way on to the planet, whatever. And so what's happened in the interim is that we'll actually see a bit later what's happened. There's kind of a few cutscenes. But to explain this first mission we're on now, we have a team of 4 guys here who we'll take a look over in a second. A few of them I do definitely recognise from my previous game. XCOM 2, like XCOM 1, I think, has a character pool. So you have the same characters between games, and definitely 3 of these guys I recognise. 1 I don't, but 3 I recognise from my old games. That's really nice. They're in this new game I'm playing, because I have played through before, as I say. So in this mission, basically in the tutorial mission, which you'll play through if you play the first time, if you play through the game the first time, or if you select to do it. I haven't selected to do it this time because the tutorial's a bit long-winded, and I kind of know what I'm doing. I hope. I haven't played it in a while, but I know what I'm doing. In that mission, what you do is you act as a 2-man team, and as I say, it's a bit of a tutorial, but basically they infiltrate, these 2 guys from an XCOM team, infiltrate a base and recover a body, a stasis suit, someone in a stasis suit. You don't know who it is, we'll get onto that later. But crucially what happens is they're kind of up against it. They approach this facility, this alien facility, and there's 20 odd guards there, and they're like, oh, how are we going to get in? And there's a massive explosion, and the guards run off, and you initially think it's that explosion that you saw in the beginning there with the truck that was blown up by Jane Kelly, who was the woman with the cap and the little ponytail, and Central, who was the guy there. You think that's what it was. It actually wasn't. It was actually what we're doing now. So there was another XCOM team on the ground creating a diversion, and that's what we're doing with our team here. I'll spin the camera around so we can see them a bit better. Who have we got then? So we've got Juliette Mitsubishi, who is from France. Again, you can see just about on the back here of their uniforms, they've all got a little flag. And Juliette was in my last game. She was a grenadier, I think, but she may get another classification. At the moment, they're all rookies, which means they have no class, they have no classification or specialism. So it means they just got guns, and they have no sort of real abilities beyond lobbing grenades and a few other things. So Juliette was in my last game, fantastic. Who else do we have? We have Felicia King, Kingmaker King. She was not in my last game. Looks like, unless I'm wildly mistaken, that looks Australian to me, that flag. I can't quite see. I'm not able to see from here, but looks like she's an Australian from that flag. And then we have Stephen Mackay, who is from the United Kingdom. Scotland, specifically. He's Scottish. Hopefully he's still got his Scottish accent, otherwise that's going to be embarrassing. And then we have Valentina Bella Balosi, who is from Italy. So yeah, here we go. Let's take Juliette and move her up. So let's explain what we're seeing here. So in this mode of the game, you have it's kind of a turn-based strategy type game. And if you've ever played anything like, I guess like Dungeons and Dragons, or anything kind of similar to that, where you've got a turn-based concept, you'll know roughly what I mean when I say you have movement points and action points, or a movement action and an actual action to take each turn. So in this turn, what this blue area is that I'm sort of highlighting, this blue area is where Juliette can move on her turn. So she can move anywhere in this blue area and take an action, which could be, in this case, taking a shot at someone or going onto Overwatch, which I'll explain in a bit. Crucially though, she can also move into this yellow area, but that would be classified as a dash, which means she wouldn't be able to do anything. So let's show you that. So let's just move her up to here. At the moment, what we're trying to do is move here, but we know there's going to be enemy around because, you know, there always is on these things. So let's move her to here.
J'y vais tout de suite.
Now she's got a French accent, still same as the old.
These guys make up the bulk of
Right,
the
here we
Advent
are.
forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
Okay, so immediately, as expected, we're up against some bad news. We've got two enemy here. They are aliens. You probably saw them in the intro there. They are nasty bits of work, but these guys are the grunts. They're nothing to be too worried about. Now, crucially, because Juliette has not dashed, she just moved within the blue area, she could move again, or I could make her take an action. So she could take a shot at these guys, but I'm not going to do that. For now, I'm going to switch to Felicia Kingmaker King, who is, as far as I can see, Australian, and she's in a good position to move up here. Now you can see as well these little shields. These are important. They indicate how much cover the unit has against enemy attack. So where we have a full shield like that, she has full cover. In other words, if they take a shot at her from where they are, she'll have full cover against it. It's very unlikely they'll hit her. If she were here though, see there's like a half shield there. If they shot at her from this direction, kind of this way, over here, shot from there, she'd have half cover. In other words, she'd still be ducking down behind that little, I guess that's like a little, what do you call it, intersection or road block there, whatever you want to call it. And ultimately, it would mean she's got less of a chance of avoiding being hit. So I definitely want to keep her in full cover. You always want to keep you guys in full cover if you can. So let's move her up and see if she's got an Australian accent, first of all.
Confirmed.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. Right,
Minus
so
1-5. You're near the target position.
Yeah, I know. So, she's moved up. That's good news. So, Stephen Mackay. He's not... crucially, obviously, if you're here, in anywhere like this, you've got no cover at all. So, we definitely don't want to leave him exposed like that, because that's going to be a problem. Also, another thing, if we move in here, you can probably guess, but that's kind of their line of sight. That's where they're going to notice our guys moving around. So we don't want to move into these red areas, these areas with a little red eye. That means they're going to spot us. Let's move... Oh, there's some... Oh, that's from that CCTV tower thing there. So that's okay. Let's move him up to here, I guess. It's probably a reasonable place. Or maybe... spin the camera around, hang on. There, that might be okay. Might be dangerous, but let's do it anyway. We should be okay. We've got enough units here to make the shot if necessary. No, he spotted some more. Well, that's good news. So to explain why that's kind of good news is because he did spot them, but we now know they're over there. There's one of them there. The problem is when you're on one of these missions, once you've attacked these guys, and they know where you are, the whole map kind of lights up, and these guys will know where you are. They'll be alerted to your presence. So we now know that they're there. If, say, for instance, we activated them here, these guys, we fired at them, and actually the enemy were over here, what it would mean is that he'd be horribly flanked. He would have no cover at all if they started shooting from him from over there. So that's good news. We've kind of exposed them a little bit. So let's think what we're going to do here. We have Valentina to move. She's still not in cover, and she's nowhere near any very good cover. We could put her there. It's a bit of a way back from the action, to be honest. I'm going to move her... Let's have a look. Does that give her cover? Apparently it does, somehow. It's not very good cover, apparently, but it's still a dash as well, so she can't do anything when she moves. Let's see if she's still got an Italian accent, crucially. Sounds like it to me. There we go. So, we could have also been spotted there, which would have been a bit of a nightmare, but it's rare that you'll be spotted if you don't move into these red areas, so we're okay. Let's wait a turn before we do anything. So to do that, I'm going to put Felicia onto Overwatch, which means...
Overwatch.
Oh, and, of course, Juliette. So they're going to move, they're going to start patrolling. Now, if these guys spot us and start running, the guys on Overwatch are going to shoot them. No, they didn't spot us. And crucially, they've moved up. They've bunched together. Look at him, like, on the right there, popping out and having a look. Right, so he's now in a red area. They didn't spot him. That's quite lucky. So, What are we going to do here? Bella, if you look here, Bella is flanked. Not good news. But she still has the turn to move. Juliet is not flanked. But what we can do... Let's put her on Overwatch. Kingmaker, Felicia Kingmaker, King, will stay off Overwatch. We'll leave her there for a sec. And what we're going to do is have Max, because he's from in cover and we know these guys are over here, they're going to run in from there if anywhere. He's going to just toss a grenade out there. And I think that should kill them both. 3 to 4 damage. Yeah, it should kill them both. There we go. Perfect.
Multiple hostiles eliminated.
Superb work. Well done, Dystopian. Right, so we now have been spotted. In other words, we don't have concealment now. So as soon as we encounter these enemies over here, they'll probably be moving towards us as well. As soon as we encounter them, we're in trouble. So, let's... Bella is going to be flanked by them instantly, so let's move her up to here. Nope, okay, so let's put her onto Overwatch there, so she's in full cover. Felicia's also in full cover, but let's move her to here.
Understood, moving out.
Yeah, she definitely has an Australian accent. So it's definitely Australia she's from. Let's put her on Overwatch as well.
Got it covered.
Okay, so that's another turn. Are the enemy going to come towards us? Yes, they are. Hello. Okay, so they were obviously patrolling kind of round. Now, Overwatch activated. I took... sorry, that was Felicia taking a shot there. Did not
even close.
Don't be so disparaging. Don't beat yourself up. Right, so let's take a look at what we can do here. Potentially, Juliet can move to there. It's not going to be a very good idea because she's not going to get a great chance of really taking a shot for that. We could move her to there, but she's going to potentially get flanked straight away. See, trouble with moving forward is these guys could come round and flank, and it means that, in other words, they'll take away our cover by just moving around us. So we're all a bit strung out here. I think the best thing I can do is have Felicia... First of all, you can see here, Stephen Mackay is flanked. That little yellow shield next to his name means he's flanked. So if these guys could start taking shots at him, he's screwed. Because look, I mean, you can see where he is. He's very clearly in line of sight to them. There's nothing blocking the shots. So we need to get him somewhere safe. Now, I could move forward and be very bold and put him here. I'm a bit concerned, though, that that's a bit close and it doesn't flank them. These guys are well behind cover there if I move here. So, I'm not going to do that. I want to kind of withdraw him a little bit and put him here. It means they've got to come to us. And if we put Stephen into Overwatch, if they now move up on him and try to, try to take advantage, so to speak, he's going to take shots. Let's also move Juliet. She should have... Well, she's not going to have cover there. She doesn't have... If she dashes, she obviously doesn't have the ability to make a turn because she can't do anything. I think we could move to here safely because these guys are all up here. All three of them are bunched up there, and they're going to have to move this way. They're going to have to come down towards us. I'm going to move her here because I think that's safe. Famous last words. So let's put Felicia on Overwatch, so she'll take shots. Let's put Juliet on Overwatch and Bella on Overwatch. They're all in full cover, and I think these guys are going to have to move up. There we go. Yep, they're going to have to run towards us, which means we get 3 shots. Oh, she got him. Winged him, I think. We can't see. Oh, brilliant. Good camera angle there. Sorry about that. Right. So that's a promotion for Valentine. Oh, here we go. Another one running. Oh, unlucky. Guys. Oh, well done. Jesus, they're mowing them down. So that's Juliet getting a promotion as well. It's virtually... Oh dear. Yep, there's one left now. Well, who's he going to take a shot at? He's going to take a shot at Bella. Valentina Bella Balossi, and he's going to miss because it wasn't a good angle for him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Right, so we need to take this guy out. Ideally, can she get a shot on him? She's got him flanked, I think. Is she? No, maybe not. Can she flank him there? She'd have half cover, which I'm a bit worried about. What about Max? Can Max move up and take a shot? He can. I'm going to have Max run up and take a shot. Because I think that flanks him. Does. 69% chance to hit. Superb.
Kill confirmed.
Cheers, Stephen.
Area is secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear. -15, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
Let's run everyone up.
Move!
Because we've just had confirmation that there's no other enemies. Let's have her pick up that. The enemy dropped something there. He dropped a lot of stuff. Blimey, that's useful. The officer dropped a load of stuff there, so we'll pick that up. Let's have Bella run up to here, just to keep her in cover. I'm always just nervous about putting people in the open, even though they've said no further enemies, blah blah. Let's have Juliet do the honours. Just move there and plant the charges. And that should be it. I think we may need to get extracted, but that's it.
-15, rendezvous at the extraction point.
Where's
Status
that?
confirmed.
Oh,
Squad
no, we
is
don't.
clear. Detonating charges.
Yeah, mission success. There we go. That is it. Yeah, cool. Well, that couldn't have gone much better than it did, actually. We killed all the enemies. We took no wounds. None of our soldiers got killed. Racing flawless. That's very nice to hear. Let's continue. Perfect. Here they are. They're all smiles. Look at this. Even Stephen on the right hand side there is smiling. You can see a little table there on the right of most damage, Stephen. Most attacks, Stephen. Most under fire, Valentina. Obviously got a few shots taken at her, but dodged them expertly. Juliet moved the furthest. All this kind of stuff. It's very nice. And we can now return to base. Let's do it. Let's get him out of the dropship and head back to base so we can show that off a bit. Here we go.
Always pleased when the troops return without any reported casualties. I can't hope for a better outcome.
Right, here they are all coming off the little dropship there behind them. That's obviously their the ship that we just saw them in. That's what we use to deploy our guys. And yeah, here we are. Well, they've all got promotions. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, all promoted. So let's promote. Well, let's just do it in order.
Operating some of our most advanced equipment, specialists deploy robotic drones on the battlefield that can be outfitted for combat or field medic duty.
Superb. So, the first time you promote a soldier, they go from being a rookie with no classification or skill to being a specialist in a particular area. And in this case, Juliet is what's known as a specialist, ironically enough, just to confuse things. She has a pretty standard assault rifle, and she'll be pretty much a normal soldier, but she has, just hovering above her there, a little drone that she'll use to basically act kind of like a support. It's like a support class, really, the specialist. She has on the left here, I'm highlighting, just a load of support style bits and pieces. So she can either heal units or hack enemy units, attack things with her drone, or heal or buff troops, that kind of thing. Quite a useful class to have all the way through the game, really. And certainly, I think she was a sharpshooter, I think, in my last game. But anyway, so she is going to be pretty useful. As I say, I'm probably going to make her more of a medic class, I guess, in the early game. But yeah, that's fantastically useful. So that's her. Let's take a look at Valentina Bella Veloci.
The Ranger serves as our primary reconnaissance unit, capable of moving independently in concealment while engaging enemies at close range.
Cool, right, so that is Bella as a ranger. And these guys are lethal. They have, as you can see, that on their back, the sword on their back, and a shotgun, effectively, like an assault shotgun, combat shotgun. Again, very, very useful in the early game. They can run up and melee attack enemies. They're very, very good at effectively getting up close and personal and doing a lot of damage. Very much frontline troops. And again, they have their skill tree here. A lot of scout-based stuff that kind of gives them concealment and clever little tricks they can use to confuse the enemy and what have you. And the assault class, which is more of a kind of heavy melee attacks and stuff like that type of tree. So yep, very, very useful. So she is going to be our Ranger. Let's have a look at Felicia.
Serving as our demolitions experts, the Grenadiers provide heavy ordnance delivery whenever and wherever we need it.
There we go. Sorry, I forgot her name there. I was trying to think of her name as he started talking. So, yep, Felicia, the Kingmaker King. She is a Grenadier. I guess that kind of suits the Kingmaker type of, mantle. So as you can see, pretty beefy weapon. It is kind of like a chain gun thing. Very, very heavy, very much frontline troops. And they have a grenade launcher. They can carry 2 grenades. Unlike regular troops who can usually only carry 1 really, and they are basically like the heavies effectively of the field. They cause a tremendous amount of nuisance on the field. They can be equipped with incendiary grenades, acid grenades, you name it. They are very useful to have in any team, and as I say, they're going to be causing a hell of a lot of mayhem on the field. So I'm very glad we have Felicia there as our Grenadier, and let's have a look. Will we get the full contingent? So there's 4 classes. We've got effectively a Ranger in Valentina. We have a Grenadier in King here. And Juliette Mitsubishi is obviously going to be our specialist. Let's have a look at what Stephen's going to be.
Just
Sniper.
like it sounds, our sharpshooters engage enemy targets with pinpoint accuracy from extreme range. They're also trained in pistol marksmanship for the occasional close encounter.
Right. Sharpshooter. Yeah, excellent. Okay, so he is going to be using that scoped rifle and, crucially, his little pistol there on his hip. Now, don't let that fool you. That pistol is bloody useful. Unlike regular guns, assault rifles and so on, that doesn't have to be reloaded. So he can run in and just gunsling his. He can go, full Wild West on people with that, because it lets you basically take as many shots as you like without reloading. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage on its own, but with some of these skills on the left here, particularly the gunslinger tree, it's really, really useful. And it's probably the route I'm going to take him down, because I feel like he's going to be more of a tanky character. He's going to be more up close and personal. He's going to be more of a John Wayne. He's going to be running in, taking multiple shots at guys, and that's what the gunslinger route allows you. The sniper route is more, as you'd expect, the traditional kind of staying a little way back, taking shots from range. I'm going to give him probably more of a gunslinger route, but there we are. Stephen Mackay, he was a Grenadier in the last game I played with him, but yep, still going to be running in and very much front line as far as I'm concerned in this one. So there we are. Let's head back to base and show you our little base of operations.